Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rama, and today we are going to talk about how to stop comparing yourself to others. Okay, nobody wants to admit, but most of us do this. You find yourself comparing yourself to other people and you feel bad about it, right? It's a normal human reaction. Research has shown that it is very normal of humans to want to compare themselves to others. But then did you also know that it's very easy to get rid of this habit? Yeah, so today we are going to dive into how you can stop comparing yourself to others, okay, and focus on yourself. Comparing yourself to others is a very destructive habit. It can make you feel inferior, it will lower your self-esteem, and in general, it will just make you feel like you haven't achieved anything in this life since you were born. You see, and it is very easy to fall into this trap in today's day because of social media. Social media keep bombarding us with pictures of seemingly perfect people. You just wake up in the morning, you pick your phone, everybody's looking so fine. You see their face, they're looking so fly, their body is on point. Some of them have had BBLs, others haven't, but they are just looking fly. And you just sit on your bed and you're feeling like a bum. And you shouldn't, because see, these people will have makeup on and then they will filter their pictures to look so flawless. And I don't blame them. We all do it. Okay. And then you will sit down and compare yourself to something that is not even real. I know. Now that we think about it, you see that it doesn't make sense. Let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, the people you see in social media that are looking so flawless, when you see them in real life, do they look like that? Let's be real. They don't. I've met people that I didn't even think I could stand next to because they look so fly. Like, hey, drop dead gorgeous. They are nice, don't get me wrong. But it was exaggerated on social media. You know, you see them and they tell you this is this person. You're like, oh, wow, okay. You see, it's exaggerated. Social media is a place where everyone looks their best. It's packaging. They call it settings in Ghana. It's packaging. You know, whether you like it or not, you are a brand. You are not a product, but you are a brand. Okay, so day in, day out, you are selling yourself without even knowing. So why should I make myself look small on social media when I can filter it for free? I'm going to filter it. Let me give you a typical example. When I started my business, I was selling from home only online. I had to invest in my photos because it is the pictures that will sell the item. So I had a small corner in my room. I pimped the corner. Like when you enter my room, I had a very small room by then. I had a corner for prayers. I had a corner where I do everything. But the corner where I take my pictures, I had to design that corner. I had to buy props that will enhance, like that will just make the picture looks catchy and nice. So my brand looks really big on social media. It was looking really big, but then it was a little brand. Like it was my new baby, sort of, you know. So yeah, don't let social media drive you crazy. Huh? Nothing on social media is real. Okay, same way you filter your photos, that's the same way other people are filtering their pictures. So don't look at their pictures and be down. So let's just dive into how you can stop comparing yourself. I know I was talking too much, but I'm very passionate about this topic. I don't know if you can tell. Before we dive in any further, I want us to look at what causes comparison. What makes you start to compare yourself to the next person? One of the major causes of comparison is mostly caused by other people. In Africa, where I come from, your parents will compare you to other people. Even your parents can compare you to your brother or your sister, your own sibling. They will compare you to them. I remember my brother was very good at maths and I wasn't. My brother always score very high marks in maths. When he comes home, they are going to compare me to him, knowing full well that maths is not my stronghold. Your partners can also make you start comparing yourself to others. Maybe your partner will compare you to their ex, or your partner will leave you for a different girl, and then you begin to compare yourself to that person. Even our teachers love to compare us. But as a teacher, you should know that we are not all the same. Somebody can be good in science, another person is good in math, another person is good. No two people are the same. No, even twins cry, they are not the same. Huh? Come to think about it, it's something that we really do in Africa. Like, we really love to compare. Look, if you are the same age with the person, they'll compare you to the person. If you're in the same area, they'll compare you to the person. If you're in the same class, they'll compare you to the person. If the person has this, you too. Why this? You are in the same class with this person. This person has. Why are you lacking in this area? Aren't you guys supposed to be the same? It's crazy. It's crazy. One of the surest way to stop comparing yourself to others is to focus on your own achievements. Set your own goals and work towards them. Enough of looking at what other people are doing. When you wake up in the morning, you're always looking at what this person is doing, what that person is doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? That is what you should be focused on. This person probably wants to be a doctor. So they are working towards being a doctor. You, let's say you want to be a lawyer, but you are rather looking at the person who wants to be a doctor and you're comparing yourself to the person. But you guys have different goals and different directions. Your calling is not the same. You understand? So if you spend your time looking at what other people are doing, you are spending time away from what you should be doing. And at the end of the day, you might not achieve anything. So focus on your own achievements and goals. How I was able to take myself from this comparison thing was to have a vision board. I didn't bring my vision board to Canada when I was coming because I couldn't have carried it, but I had a vision board. And on the vision board, I put pictures of the things I want to achieve, of the goals that I want to achieve. I put pictures on there. I write it. I have a book that I write all my goals, and my vision board, I hang it in my room. So every day I find myself looking at it. Every time I find myself looking at it. So even if I go on social media or even if I see someone doing something, I don't compare myself to that person because already in my mindset, I have a vision of where I want to be. My vision board is a constant reminder of the things I want to achieve. So I cannot compare myself to someone who is not going the same direction as me. I cannot compare myself to someone who I don't share the same goals and aspirations with. It wouldn't even make sense for me to compare myself to anyone because where I want to go is not where you want to go. Huh? For me, I tend to dream big. I dream big. I remember one time someone saw my goals and the person laughed. I'm like, what's funny? This is not funny. Okay. I think that's a story for another day. I need to make a full dedicated video on vision boards and manifestations. Another way to stop comparing yourself to other people is to appreciate what you have. Be content, be grateful. Over here, gratitude is a must. When God blesses you with something, pause and appreciate it and say thank you. That's the only way He's going to bless you with more. But imagine if God blesses you with something and you don't even see, you don't even acknowledge it. You are so busy comparing yourself to other people's lifestyle and possessions. Then you miss out on your own blessing. That's not that's not nice. I'm not saying you shouldn't. For me, I'm the type of person that will celebrate your Range Rover or your mansion with you. I will sit in your Range Rover, I'll take pictures, I'll take selfies, I will have fun, we will vibe. But as soon as I leave your Range Rover, I'm going to appreciate my Uber because it's not everybody that has money to request for Uber. Okay, so that's another blessing that God has blessed me with. Imagine if you didn't have the money or the resources to order for a ride. You walk, so it's not that bad. It is not. There's enough to go around. Huh? Don't compare your chapter 4 to somebody's chapter 10. Someone bought a mansion. You are living in a rented apartment, which is equally very nice and lush, but you are comparing yourself to the person who lives in a mansion. Meanwhile, that person is in chapter 20 and you are in chapter 3, and you definitely get to chapter 20. It's not like you're going to be stuck where you are. There's enough to go around, and there's a lot to achieve as long as you are putting in the work. As long as you are putting in the work. So instead of you to spend your time comparing yourself to people who have more than you, why don't you appreciate what you have and wait for your turn? Let's go to the next point. The third way to stop comparing yourself to people is to understand that social media is a highlighted reel, as in a highlighted version of people's life. It is not their everyday life. Okay, so you don't expect me to come and post on social media when I'm sitting in my room crying, or when I have issues, I should come and post it on social media so that you laugh at me. I'm not going to do that. And you should also do that. Social media is where you come and post your best self. If I post myself eating at a fancy restaurant today, it doesn't mean that every day I eat at a fancy restaurant. For you know, I haven't eaten the whole week. What you are seeing is my first meal. You understand? I understand that social media is a breeding ground for comparison. Mhm. But anytime you are watching something on social media, be guided that what you are watching is the highlighted version. We all have issues. We all have issues, trust me. But we don't put it on social media. No one posts their issues on social media. You either post fine pictures and videos of yourself chilling, or you post memes so that people will laugh. But to post your issues on social media, nobody does that. Do you do that? You don't. You only post yourself when you are feeling yourself because you want everybody to see you. That's what everyone is doing. Hmm? So don't compare your everyday life to somebody's social media. Most people are even faking it. We are all faking it to make it. Okay? It's not that deep. If you know you can't do that, then limit or avoid social media. I know it's very impossible to avoid social media now, but you can limit it, or you filter what you watch. Be selective about the people you follow. If you are following someone whose posts or whose stories like is constantly making you feel some type of way, unfollow them. Delete and follow people. It is not serious. It is not by force. If this particular person, they constantly post things that put you down or make you feel like you are not enough, it is your phone. It is your data. Use the unfollow button. Your mental health is very important. Look, we always take our mental health for granted until we don't have it. That is when you realize that, look, it is going to cost you a lot to fix your mental health. Mental health is very important. So don't be afraid to unfollow people. Unfollow people for your own peace of mind, for your own safety, for your own mental health. Okay? I cannot buy data to come online for you to come and stress me on my own phone. If you will not unfollow them, learn to use them as inspiration. Okay? For me, everybody in this world is walking inspiration to me. If I go to the mall, I see a girl, her makeup is so fly, I won't compare myself to the person. I'd rather take a picture, use it to improve my makeup. When you see a girl on social media who dresses so well, I use them as info. I take a screenshot, I save it, and then I try to inspire myself to dress like that. So if you won't do as I'm saying, and follow or limit or whatever, learn to use them as inspiration. If they were able to do it, you can also do it. If they were able to buy a Range Rover, if they were able to build a mansion, if they were able to become successful, you can also do it. Use them as inspiration. The fourth way to stop comparing yourself to other people is to recognize your own strengths and weaknesses. Comparing yourself to others is a futile exercise. In fact, you gain nothing in the end but depression. Someone's strength is singing. Okay, another person's strength is probably running. They can run for Africa. And your strength is dancing. So why are you comparing yourself to somebody who can run and somebody who can sing when you can spend that time polishing your dance moves? Who knows? It's probably the dancing that is going to open doors for you. But you are not working on that. You are not investing in yourself and trying to polish it. Huh? You are rather comparing yourself to somebody who is not like you. You miss out on opportunities because of this. You will pray to God that God should open doors for you. God should do this. God should do that. But the skill that He has given you, you don't even realize it. Talk less of working on it. So how are you going to achieve more? So you are definitely going to miss out on your blessing. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Hmm? Compare yourself to your best self. You are here, you want to get to this level. Huh? So compare yourself here to how you can get to this level. Huh? You cannot compare yourself to another person unless it is A and A, unless it is Rama and Rama. If you're not comparing Rama and Rama, you are comparing Rama with Joyce, Rama with Jane, you are wasting your time. Enough of the victim mentality. Every day you want to think like a victim. You sit in your room and you cry, God, why haven't you given me this? God, but God has given you enough. The fact that you are alive and you have a roof over your head to even sit down and compare yourself to somebody is enough. The fact that you can buy data and come online and compare yourself to somebody is enough. Huh? 99% of the time, the people you are comparing yourself to and you are being sad and depressed, you are even better than them. You are way better than them. So please, don't come and overthink and kill yourself. Apply these tips in your life and get rid of comparison whatsoever. The next way to deal with comparison is to move your mindset from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset. Understand and believe that there is enough to go around. The fact that this person is successful does not mean that there's no room for you to also be successful. There's enough to go around. There is enough to go around. If you find yourself stuck in the mindset of the fact that there's no resources are limited, there's not enough to go around, it will only increase jealousy and envy. But once you move your mindset, you are optimistic that there's room for everyone to shine. If this person has done it, it doesn't mean that there's no room for me. There's room for you. There's room for everyone. Sometimes you just need to be patient and wait for your turn. Think big. Have faith in yourself. Know that whatever you want to achieve, you can. As long as you put in the work, as long as you change your mindset, you are positive about things, you know that this is where you are going, this is how to achieve it, this is how you can improve, this is how you can get there. Have a blueprint of your life. It's your life and yours only to live. Don't spend your time thinking about someone and comparing your journey to that person's journey. No two journeys are ever the same. Some people will have it long, others will have it short, but in the end, they will all get there. And if you are praying to God to give you something and God has not given it to you yet, trust me, He's going to give you what is even bigger and better than what you asked for. It happened to me. It can happen to you. Lastly, you need to surround yourself with positive people. Let's just wrap this thing up. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I do know that I don't want it to be so long. Okay, so you surround yourself with people that will encourage, uplift, and push you to be the best version of yourself. There are some people that you can't even share your goals with them. You start to tell them the things you want to achieve. They start laughing like it's funny. I don't know. So surround yourself with positive-minded people that will tell you that everything is possible. My auntie told me that every time she talks to me, she feels like she's on top of the world. She can achieve anything and everything. I don't know if I have that impact on people, but I do know that I always push people to go for what they want to do. Do it. If you fail, it's not the end of the world. You will learn from it. Everyone needs people in their lives that will push them and encourage them to pursue that PhD, to start that business, to start that YouTube channel. For me, the word no does not exist. It doesn't. Whatever it is, I feel like you can go for it. Because if you don't do it in some few years to come, all what you have to look back on is regret. You will regret. And then you begin to resent the people you were hanging around with because they didn't push you and they didn't encourage you. And you have to hang out with people who are doing something for themselves. Trust me, there's a saying that if you hang out with 6 rich men, you're going to be the 7th one. Don't you want that? Mind the company you keep. Don't keep certain type of company. Like, I know some people, no matter what you do, they are your own friends. but they will criticize the hell out of you. They'll make you doubt yourself. Look, in my world, if you are coming to criticize somebody, you should come with a solution. Okay, this thing that you are doing, I think this is how you can do it better. I think if you do it this way, it will help. But they will criticize you, and never provide one solution. In this case, do you mean well? No, let's be honest. Do you mean well? Please, when people are trying to achieve something and you cannot add to what they are doing, just shh, keep it, shut up and keep it moving. Guys, that brings me to the end of the video. I still have a lot to say, but I don't want the video to be too long. So if you have any comments or any additions that you feel will help anyone, kindly leave it in the comment section below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. If I was helpful to you and you don't subscribe, God is watching you. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.